Hey everyone, I'm Cassandra Brooks, your AMIClubwear spokesmodel, and I'm so happy to be bringing you my Meet the Model. In high school, I don't think I ever really found my place. I kind of didn't really fit in. I guess I was kind of dorky, but I had a lot of older friends, and I had friends that didn't go to my school, so we would hang out a lot, and I really just didn't want to get wrapped up in like the drama of high school. I felt like everyone was so in this like bubble, like high school was their life, and I had this feeling like these people are going to graduate and have a rude awakening, like high school is not real life, you know? So I had my mindset on other things like traveling and learning more and just growing as a person instead of being like caught in this little high school bubble. I could not wait to graduate and just see the world. I actually loved school, like the learning aspect of it, so I had quite a few favorite subjects, but my top two favorite subjects, this might sound a little weird, but it was English and agriculture. I'll get to the agricultural thing in a second, but English, I was definitely that person that just loved reading, and I loved writing like short stories, anything creative. I wrote a lot of poetry in high school, had a few of them published, and I definitely had like over 100% in all my English classes, so I really excelled in that course. I loved it. And then on to agriculture, I was in the FFA, which stands for Future Farmers of America. Can you picture me with like a pitchfork and some overalls? Probably not, but you know what? It was a lot of fun, and I learned a lot from that class. And if you're a little confused about what I'm talking about, if you saw Napoleon Dynamite, that like blue jacket he's wearing and he's like tasting different milks, I did stuff like that. I was on the parliamentary procedure team for agriculture, and we had like debates, and then we would also have events where people come and you have to guess, not guess, but like you study for these quizzes about what's in this milk or what kind of plant is that or what should you feed a cow. So I learned a lot of farm things that I'm not really using right now, but it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that class. I raised pigs and chickens. Pigs are so smart. A lot of people think they're dirty and stupid animals, but they're not. Literally, they're like smarter than a dog. I had my pigs trained. I could walk them around. It was awesome. And then the chickens I raised, and I sold the eggs, and I'm rambling, but those were really fun classes in high school that I really miss. My least favorite subject in school was hands down math. Even still, I am not that good at it. I think that's one of the things that I loved about my fiance so much is he can do like any math problem in his head. It was kind of sexy to me. But anyways, I was really bad at math. I guess I was pretty good at standardized testing. So when I was in junior high, I took all these tests and they put me in accelerated courses. I was actually taking, I think, junior math when I was in like 8th grade or something. And I really felt like I missed a lot of the basics. My teacher was absent that like whole school year, so we had substitutes. And all the kids in that class, we really didn't get the learning that we needed. So I think that really kind of messed me up for the future math courses that I took. And yeah, that's kind of why I don't like math. I was born into modeling. I'm just kidding, but seriously, since I was a wee little kid, I was obsessed with having my picture taken. So I can remember looking back at all these photos and I'm just like posing like a little kid, just like take my picture. And so I was definitely a ham. Anytime there was a camera around, I was like jumping in front of it. My mom actually told me this really funny story that when my aunt, she was taking her to the hospital, she was about to give birth, and my aunt wanted like one last picture of her big belly before she popped the baby out. And so my mom's about to take the picture and I run in and I'm like, you know, trying to be part of the picture. My aunt's like, no, no, honey, like, just auntie. And I would not let her take a picture by herself. Like, I had to be in it. And then I guess it was just kind of a snowball effect from there. My stepdad is actually a photographer, so that kind of helped a bit. He helped me build my portfolio. Sometimes on the weekends, him and my mom and I would go out to the park and take pictures. And then freshman year, we had like a career day where a bunch of people come and set up and give you ideas of things you might want to do for your career. And there was a modeling, I guess like education kind of thing that was there. So like a modeling class, and they kind of like picked me out of a crowd and said, hey, would you be interested in doing this? And they tell you a lot. My mom ended up signing me up for it, and It wasn't that expensive. I think my Nana helped pay for some of it, but it was a great experience. They taught us etiquette. We like went actually to Denny's, and they like put out all the silverware and like the napkins and stuff, and taught us how to eat at a proper restaurant. And then they just taught you how to walk and how to pose. And I actually got my first ever gig from them. I was in a magazine called Celebrity Haircuts and Trends, something like that. And I just had like a page in there of like some hairstyle they did on me. So that was like really exciting for me freshman year. And then slowly I just started getting other gigs, doing promo work and building my portfolio, and it went on from there. AMI actually found me. I had just got back from Europe and was checking some of my Model Mayhem messages, and I had one from Sonia, the photographer here, and she had asked if I wanted to come in for a shoot, and I was really happy to do that. The clothes looked awesome. The one downfall was the first day I came in to shoot, we were shooting outside and it was like the dead of winter. It was freezing and we were shooting club clothes. So I was definitely trying to like strike a pose between my chattering teeth, but it was a lot of fun, and now the rest is history. I guess the main reason why I love AMI so much is they really helped me achieve my dream. Since I was a little girl, obviously all I wanted to do was model and have my picture taken, and so I really tried to work towards that, but I guess someone always has that fear in the back of their mind that they're not going to achieve their dream, and I'm so happy and grateful to say that AMI has really helped me do that. And then also another thing I love about AMI is we have a lot of fun events. We do fashion shows, we travel, we go places, so that's a really fun part of working here. There's lots of good perks. One of the biggest obstacles that I've had to deal with, not only pertaining to modeling, but just in life in general, is my battle with acne. You may look at me now and think I have nice skin, but I'm still kind of dealing with it. I have some scarring, and for a while there, my face was horrible. I mean, I had pimples on top of pimples. It was painful, it was itchy, it was really, really embarrassing. And when you go through something like serious acne like that, it really does a number on your self-esteem. So those kind of went hand in hand, and together that was a huge obstacle for me to get over, because when you have low self-esteem, it's really hard to be going to castings or you know, jobs. I actually got turned down. I got booked for a job with Ed Hardy, and then I show up for the job and my skin was so bad they sent me home. And that was actually when I went on the crazy horrible drug Accutane. I'm not going to get into all that. If you guys are interested about my struggle with acne, you can check out my Truth About Acne series on my personal channel here on YouTube. But anyways, if you guys are dealing with acne, my heart really, really goes out to you. I know how hard it is to deal with that. So chin up, it will get better. My personality, I guess, is a little bit off the wall sometimes. I can just have diarrhea of the mouth. Feathers. I know. Showcase the fun, flirty. So get your hand on. And the animal. But anyways, I'm a little random, and I like to think that I'm fun. I'm kind of goofy, bubbly, and all that mixed together. I'm just a cool person. Goofball, yeah, like I said. But I really like to be adventurous also. I really feel like life is short, so you should experience as much out of life as you can. So that's why I love traveling and trying new foods and just really like trying new things. So that's why I kind of think I'm adventurous. I've like had frog legs and alligator and just like weird stuff like that. I really want to skydive. I haven't done that yet, but I have a bucket list of weird things I want to do before I die. My personal style is definitely girly. I'm obsessed with pink. I like bows and flowers and ribbons and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I really like form-fitting things. When I'm going out at night, I like to feel sexy, but I also know how to dial it back, you know, if we're going to a family event or something like that. So I like to say I'm pretty versatile in my style, but it's always girly and flirty and fun. I love bright colors, obsessed with pink, already went there. But I like to play around with fashion too, so I guess I'm a little bit daring. There's definitely things that I will wear and people kind of give me that look like, what is she wearing? But I don't care. I think it's fun to experiment. Some of my favorite hobbies are kind of random. I really love traveling. I guess that would be my ultimate all-time favorite hobby is traveling. If I could just travel forever and just never come home, I would probably do that. I love seeing new places and tasting new foods and just like seeing the culture of different countries. It's just like so mind-opening and it's just so stimulating, and I'm rambling, but back to the food. I said I love trying new foods. I really think that maybe that's not really a hobby, but I love eating. I love tasting different things and new spices and going to new restaurants and trying things I've never had before. So maybe that's a hobby. And then I love skiing. I'm not really that good at it, but I really love it. I enjoy it. I tried snowboarding and I was horrible and I really despised it. And then I tried skiing and I got it right away and I absolutely love it. So I can't wait for it to get a little cold again so we can go to the snow. And then randomly enough, I love making videos for YouTube. So I'm not sure if that's a hobby either, but hi. Pet peeves. Let's get on to some of my pet peeves. I really get annoyed by drivers that are driving slow in the fast lane. Come on, you're going like 55, the speed limit's 65. Just scoot over a little bit, please. Like, ugh. I get really peeved out, I guess you would say, by girls that wear like gold and silver when it's not really like matching. So I'm like really particular about outfits and how they match sometimes. So like I personally would never wear a dress that had like a big gold zipper down the middle and then like wear silver earrings with it. To me that kind of clashes. So I'll just grind my teeth if I see that on someone else. One of my biggest pet peeves is when you are standing next to someone or you're like stuck in close proximity to them and they haven't showered in like a week. How can you not smell yourself? I'm sorry, but your BO, I could smell it from across the room and now I'm stuck next to you? Oh, please shower, people. That really peeves me off when you're not clean. If you're an aspiring model or you just have a dream of, you know, maybe being a model one day, my first and foremost words of wisdom to you are don't let go of that dream. That dream is going to keep you fueled and going forward. And once you're already starting to go forward, I think it's really, really important to get some experience and build a portfolio. And you can do that for free. There's a lot of modeling networking sites out there that you can put, you know, a couple pictures up there. And if you don't have any professional ones yet, you can have your friend take some of you in like your bedroom or outside or wherever. Just make sure when you're loading pictures up, it's not like party pictures with you and your friend, you know, something like that. Try to make them look a little professional. And then once you're on there, you can communicate with photographers and stylists and stuff like that, and you guys can do trade. So in the beginning you can just do pictures for trade. So if you see something that says TFP, that means trade for prints or trade for photos. Sometimes people will put TFCD, trade for CD. That'll be the CD with all your pictures on it. Anyways, that's a really good way to build your portfolio. You just want to make sure you protect yourself, so always bring like a chaperone with you, whether it's a boyfriend or a parent. You just want to make sure that you're safe. Safety should be like the #1 thing when you're meeting someone that you don't know. The internet can be a scary and dangerous place. So for my parting words of wisdom, I want to get a little bit serious really quick, and I want to share with you some things about me you probably don't know. I'm sure you don't know. When I was really young, I was in a couple abusive relationships, and I want to let you girls know that that is not okay. And you definitely deserve better. If you're dealing with an abusive relationship, or you have a friend that is dealing with it, you really need to be strong, either for yourself or for your friend, and get out. A lot of people are afraid that they can't do better, and I'm telling you right now, you can do better. I have the most amazing fiance ever who supports me, and there is guys out there like that, and it may take a while to find someone, but I guarantee you'll find a good person. And until then, lean on your girlfriends. Really, if you have a really good best friend, they can get you through anything. And then also, I just want to let you know, like I said before, hold on to your dreams. I really want to push you to do that because a lot of girls message me and they tell me things about how they want to model and they think it's silly, and you know, they say things like, I'll probably never model, but do you have any advice? Well, you know what? Be your biggest fan. Don't say, I'll probably never model. Say, you know what? I am going to model, and just make it happen. So really try hard to achieve your dreams and just live overall a good life. If you're good to people, that good will come back tenfold. So just be happy and sweet and stay trendy. Thanks so much for watching my behind the model. Feel free to check out my acne video on my personal channel and other videos as well. It's youtube.com/Miss Kassandra Brooks. And you can also follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Kassandra Brooks. Thanks again. Bye, girls.